Elsewhere, French embassy in Nigeria says the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence is a time to advocate for enforcement of gender laws. The ambassador also says her country will support more organizations focused on the cause of women. Moyo Thomas reports.
The campaign against gender-based violence has become a global discourse. This is because one of the weapons of inequality used against women, and which has a devastating impact on development, is gender-based violence. This year's theme, Unite, Activism to End Violence Against Women and Girls, seeks the efforts of CSOs against gender violence to be streamlined in order to galvanize advocacy and create more awareness.
Women and girls are suffering from discrimination, from violence, from all sorts of scourges that hit them hard and hit them first. In times of war, in times of national disasters, in times of, whenever there's a crisis situation, the women and children are always the first victims. Terrorism, of course, but others. Some use rape, and violence against women, forced marriages as actually a war. They weaponize it, in wars. So of course, we defend in all multilateral forums. We defend. This is part of sort of our public diplomacy.
So what we're trying to achieve is to, of course, raise awareness about the issue, to center government's attention on this issue, because it has been happening for years. It's a global issue, and it's an issue that should be at the front burner of Nigerian government's priorities on a yearly basis. So we're hoping that this year helps to, create more funding and opportunities and structures and enforcement of policies against, 2023.
Statistics from Nigeria on gender violence says about 30% of Nigerian women have experienced one form of gender violence or another. He further stresses why discussions around gender violence need be stressed.
In the global discourse of gender-based violence, unfortunately, Nigeria is not doing well. There was a UN resolution that was passed about 2 months ago, and unfortunately, Nigeria was the only country that spoke against the provisions of that resolution, which was very, very shameful. But graciously, other states at the UN, or other member states rather, supported the resolution, and it was passed.
Concerted effort is required to ensure an end to gender violence, to ensure Nigeria respects women's rights, which are human rights. Moyo Thomas, TVC News, Abuja.